What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today for another gaming-related news topic. I'm sure you could tell by the title and the article that's on screen over to my right here that we are going to be talking about some of the recent activity that's been going on Twitch. Of course, it's not the most positive topic, but we're going to cover it anyway for the sake of news. So as you can see, Twitch has been going through bot-related issues for many, many years. So this is nothing new, but currently the big agenda that's been going on that's been pissing everybody off is people are using bots to do targeted attacks against channels, some of which involves the stealing of IP addresses if you click on the wrong stuff, a lot of other malicious messages, and just malware included. We on 5-9 Gaming have actually experienced this ourselves. We had a raid of Chinese propaganda bots, which I'm sure was just the spammy message that whoever initiated the attack happened to plug into it, and had to go through and manually ban like 300 or 400 accounts that were all bots that were spamming the same message over and over again. So if you are a content creator, specifically on Twitch, you may be accustomed to this depending on, how often you're using the platform. I would assume the more often you're on there, the more likely it is that you've come across it in some shape or form, one way or another. So going into the article itself here, we're going to go through this relatively quickly, just disseminate the information here. Twitch itself has sued a couple of specific users over alleged hate raids against streamers. The lawsuit accuses the anonymous users of targeting people of color and people of the LGBTQIA+, specifically. But again, they may be the most targeted and the ones receiving the most hateful messages. But this isn't something that you should just dismiss if you don't fall into one of these two demographics here. If you are just an innocent bystander, you can still be affected by this. Again, we're not trying to take away from what's going on with these groups specifically, but just based off my own involvement and experience with this, I know that nobody is safe. Even though, again, these groups may be receiving the brunt end of it, you want to still protect yourself and not be, completely ignorant of this, regardless of who you are and where you come from. Since early August, Twitch has been wrestling with an epidemic of harassment known as hate raids against marginalized streamers. These attacks spam streamers' chats with hateful, bigoted, confusing, crazy, or malware-infested messages. I'll add a couple of things on there. Because again, ours was Chinese propaganda telling us that our social credit score had gone down and China was seizing control of our channel. So it really could be anything you guys have to look out for. But the lawsuit is specifically going after these in an effort to make an example out of them and hopefully discourage other folks from doing it, as the fees and fines can be very high, like over $1 million in some cases. But yeah, so Twitch has resorted to the legal system, suing two alleged hate raiders for targeting people of color, black specifically, and LGBTQIA+ streamers with racist, homophobic, sexist, and other harassing content in violation of its terms of service. We hope this complaint will shed light on the identity of individuals behind these attacks and the tools that they exploit, and dissuade them from taking similar behaviors to other services, or again, dissuading other hackers who may not just be the two targeted here, to kind of discourage them from doing this vile behavior here. So that's what the Twitch spokesperson said in a comment to Wired. Harassment based on all of these qualifiers is not new to the 10-year-old game streaming platform. However, over the last month, the targeted raids have escalated, the hateful ones. Marginalized streamers receive derogatory messages, sometimes hundreds at a time. Yep, I've been there. And I'm not going to read the example because I just don't want to trigger YouTube bots excessively to flag our video for being questionable. But you get the idea. They're saying very hateful things to everyone. This actually prompted that day off of Twitch, which we weren't even very well aware of at the time. Plus, we kind of maintain a daily network here. But that was prompted to kind of gain, more attention, more focus on the institution, these institutionalized bot raids here because someone, not as even someone, there's a group of people that's initiating all this, and they're working in tandem to make this even worse than what it could be. Twitch has instituted several changes aimed at mitigating the hate raids. The company says it has banned 1,000 accounts over the last month, created new chat filters, and has been building channel-level ban evasion detection. But stomping out botters is a bit like playing whack-a-mole. The perpetrators continue to make new accounts while obscuring their online identities to avoid accountability, using things like VPNs to change their IP addresses up, so it's very difficult to keep track of them. The malicious actors involved have been highly motivated in breaking the TOS, creating waves of fake bot accounts designed to harass creators, even as we continually update our site-wide protections against their rapidly evolving behaviors, said a Twitch spokesperson in a comment to Wired. The lawsuit from Thursday, which was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California, targets two users identified only as Cruise Control and Creatine Overdose, whom Twitch believes are based respectively in the Netherlands and Vienna, Austria. Twitch in the suit says it initially took swift action by suspending and then permanently banning their accounts. However, it reads they have evaded Twitch's bans by creating new alternate Twitch accounts, using VPNs to switch up their IP addresses, all that type of stuff, and they've continually altered their self-described hate raid code to avoid detection and suspension by Twitch. The complaint alleges Cruise Control and Creatine Overdose still operate multiple accounts on Twitch under alias, as well as thousands of bot accounts to conduct these said hate raids, and both users claim, in the lawsuit's words, that they can generate thousands of bots in minutes for this purpose. Twitch alleges that Cruise Control is responsible for about 3,000 bots associated with these recent hate raids. So it goes on to talk more about how the bot software was used to spam Twitch with a bunch of hateful stuff. Again, a lot of it directed towards minorities and, marginalized groups. The suit also alleges the defendants may be part of the hate raiding community, which coordinates attacks over Discord and Steam. This part's where it can get expensive if these people are found and convicted. Twitch has gotten into legal fisticuffs with bot makers in the past. In 2016, the company sued several bot makers who artificially inflated viewer and follower numbers. So that was kind of the thing from, again, a few years ago, 2016, 2015. There was a lot of that, artificial bloating of people's sub counts and viewer counts. But you could tell things were off because you'd see like someone with like 10,000 viewers in their chat or in their stream, but the chat was like not moving at all. So definitely mega sus there. Matthew DiPietro at the time called those types that we were just talking about a persistent frustration, and a California judge at the time ruled in Twitch's favor, ordering the bot makers to pay the company $1.3 million for breach of contract, unfair competition, violation of the Anti-Cyber Squatting Consumer Protection Act, and trademark infringement. Thursday's suit can potentially help uncover the identities of the anonymous hate raiders so they can face legal consequences too. So no one's even really sure who they are yet, but they allegedly have their handles. Again, the Cruise Control and Creatine Overdose. I'm sure these are just like 2 people out of many who participate in this. There's probably a lot more, but hopefully if they can finger out a couple of them and put some consequences on them, it may discourage others from doing the same. Similar to how like swatting was really big, and then the penalties for doing it just kept getting worse and worse, especially after people lost their lives in swatting incidents. So that could be a whole separate video there. We don't want to digress too much here. But yeah, this is basically the topic at hand. They had the day off Twitch movement to kind of cause more attention to be drawn to this, but I'm sure Twitch is well aware of this, especially at this point. And hopefully with Amazon's backing, they'll be able to do something that really only affects the negative parties without punishing everybody else. It's always bad when we lose features because the few ruin it for the many. Hopefully they're able to intuitively figure out a solution to this and obviously keep evolving that solution so that it continues as people keep trying to troll around and ruin other people's streams. And we just wanted to report this from a news perspective. So if you enjoyed the video, consider hitting a thumbs up. Of course, leave your thoughts down below. How involved are you in this? Are you just a viewer who's been in a chat where it's happened and you've been, had to deal with it because you were there? Or are you a streamer that's had to deal with this? We definitely want to know your thoughts, reactions down in the comments. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing so we can see you again on future uploads. We upload very frequently across multiple channels, so check out our Twitter, check out our main YouTube channel if you're into the more anime gacha or fun style of off-the-cuff content. And as well, we do have the Twitch that we stream on every day, and the 5-9 Gaming Uncut for the VODs that Twitch doesn't save after 3 months. So tons of ways for you to network into 5-9. We hope to see you again. Until then, this is Nasdorachi. Peace out. Have a good evening.